Caitlin Clark's sudden exit has set the entire basketball world on fire. The WNBA, already struggling to hold mainstream attention, just took what might be its biggest blow yet. Fans are furious, players are divided, and analysts can't stop talking about it. But the loudest voice of them all? Stephen A. Smith. And trust me, he absolutely exploded. Let's be real, Caitlin Clark isn't just another rookie. She's the face of a new era. Her college career at Iowa was nothing short of legendary, breaking scoring records and pulling millions of viewers to women's basketball. When she entered the WNBA, ticket sales skyrocketed, arenas sold out, and suddenly the league had mainstream buzz it hadn't seen in decades. Networks started bumping women's games to primetime. Merch was flying off the shelves. All of it because of Caitlin Clark's star power. So, when the news broke that Clark was stepping away, even temporarily, the shockwaves hit harder than anyone expected. Social media went absolutely wild. Twitter, X, was flooded with takes. Instagram Reels, TikToks, podcasts, everyone had something to say. But one clip that stood out. Stephen A. Smith going nuclear on live television. He didn't hold back. He slammed the WNBA for how they've handled Clark since she entered the league. He called out veteran players for not protecting her, for body-checking her like it was WWE instead of basketball. He even said the league was failing to protect its biggest investment. And let's be honest, he has a point. Because here's the thing, Clark wasn't just a player. She was the WNBA's golden ticket. Ratings for her games dwarfed everything else. Every city she played in, the arenas were packed, fans lined up for autographs, and little girls wore a jersey like it was the hottest brand on the block. Even people who had never watched a WNBA game in their lives tuned in to see Caitlin Clark. Now imagine losing that. Imagine being the WNBA and letting your most valuable player walk away because the environment became too toxic, too hostile, or just too overwhelming. That's not just a loss, that's a disaster. Stephen A. said it best, you don't let your superstar walk out the door. Period. If Caitlin Clark leaves, the league might never recover. And honestly, he's not exaggerating. Think about it. The WNBA has been around for nearly 3 decades, but it has never reached the level of mainstream traction that the NBA enjoys. The one player who had the potential to close that gap, to actually bring women's basketball to the forefront of sports culture, is Caitlin Clark. Without her, the momentum stalls. The hype dies down. Those casual fans, they disappear. But here's where it gets even messier. A lot of veteran players weren't too welcoming of Clark from the start. They felt like the league was giving her special treatment. They didn't like the spotlight being stolen by a rookie. Some even went out of their way to rough her up on the court, sending a message that she had to earn her stripes. Instead of protecting the league's biggest draw, it almost felt like they were trying to break her down. And that's exactly what Stephen A. tore into. He called it jealousy. He called it short-sighted. And he reminded everyone watching that sports is a business first. If the product sells, you protect it. If one player is driving millions in revenue, you don't treat her like any other rookie, you elevate her. The fans agree, too. If you scroll through the comments online, it's clear that the public is siding with Clark. People are furious that she wasn't defended, that refs didn't call fouls when she got hammered, and that the league didn't step in to calm the storm. And here's the scary part, the WNBA doesn't have another Caitlin Clark waiting in the wings. Sure, there are other talented players, but none of them move the needle the way she does. Paige Bueckers, Angel Reese, Cameron Brink, yes, they're stars. But Caitlin is different. She's generational. So what happens now? That's the million-dollar question. If Clark really steps away long-term, the WNBA could see ticket sales crash, ratings nosedive, and media coverage vanish almost overnight. All the momentum from the past year, gone. Stephen A. warned the league that this was bigger than basketball. He said the WNBA had one chance to capitalize on Caitlin Clark's popularity, and if they blew it, they might not get another chance for decades. And watching his rant, you could tell he meant every single word. The irony is, Clark didn't ask for all of this. She just wanted to hoop. But when you're that good, When you change the game just by showing up, the weight of the league falls on your shoulders whether you like it or not. At the end of the day, this isn't just Caitlin Clark's problem. It's the WNBA's problem. It's women's basketball's problem. Losing a generational star doesn't just hurt the league, it hurts the entire sport. Now fans are left wondering, will Caitlin come back? Will the WNBA step up and fix the culture around her? Or is this the beginning of a downward spiral the league can't escape from? One thing's for sure, Stephen A. Smith might have been loud, but he wasn't wrong. If Caitlin Clark is gone, the WNBA is in serious trouble. And the scariest part? This could be the moment everyone looks back on years from now and says, that's when it all fell apart.